Zombie apocalypse.
Okay, hello again YouTube and welcome to another reaction video. So this time I'll be reacting to an exclusive clip that was just released a couple of hours ago by Disney Plus. So this is about their upcoming show Loki, and of course as for the um, as we see on the title, the main character would be Loki, the god, brother to Thor and the god of mischief in the Norse mythology. So before we jump into the reaction, let's first have a little talk about what I assume about this show. So pretty much let's jump again back to the movies. So in Avengers Infinity War. So spoiler alert for those who have not yet watched Avengers Infinity War. So in Avengers Infinity War, in the opening scene, we saw that Thanos, upon acquiring the space stone or the cube, the space stone was placed inside the cube, was used by the Red Skull in Captain America, in the Captain America movie, to pretty much build up his weapons arsenal. And of course this was also used. The cube was also used by Loki in the first Avengers movie to open a portal in order for the Chitauri to invade Earth. Now in Avengers Infinity War, Loki was able. In Thor Ragnarok, before Ragnarok was destroyed, Loki was able to save the cube from the destruction of Ragnarok. But of course, as we saw at the end credits of that movie, that pretty much Thor, Loki, and the rest of the survivors of Ragnarok were intercepted by Thanos, who was at this point looking or trying to assemble or trying to collect all of the Infinity Stones. And of course, because Loki took the cube, which is the container for the space stone, that's why Thanos was looking for them. So long story short, Thanos killed Loki in the Infinity Stone. Now again, if Loki is dead, why is he here? Why does he have a show of his own? Now again, let's go again to the movies in Avengers Endgame. Okay, so when again, and this is another spoiler alert for those who have not seen Avengers Endgame. Excuse. When Thor, when Tony, Captain America, Ant-Man, and Hulk went back in time to get the Time Stone and the Space Stone, we saw that when Tony and Ant-Man tried to get the Space Stone, they failed. I'm not gonna tell you how they botched that particular mission, but they failed to take the Space Stone, which ends up with Loki, and that's how Loki was able to escape. So I think this is this Loki, the Loki that we see here, that stars in this show, is the Loki that was able to escape from that time frame, or from that timeline, because as explained by the Ancient One to Smart or Professor Hulk, that every time they change something in the past, it doesn't really change their future. What it does is that it creates another timeline. So in this case, the Loki that stars in this show isn't really the Loki that died in the beginning of Infinity War. This is another Loki from another timeline who was able to escape using the space stone. So that's my theory here. And about the show, I don't really know anything. I don't have any information about what the plot of the show is. So will be a first for me. So without further ado, let's go to the clip. Okay, so this was in Endgame. This is in the.
Get your hands off.
Yeah, okay, this is pretty much how he escapes. Okay, so it's another timeline. So where did he go? Okay, so he crash landed. Huh. Okay. What is this?
You're taking me somewhere to kill me.
No, I'm taking you someplace to talk.
Owen Wilson.
Where I lie, don't like to talk.
But you do like to lie, which you just did. Because we both know you love to talk. Talky.
How long have you been here?
I don't know, it's hard to say. You know, time passes differently here in the TVA.
What does that mean?
You'll catch up.
Glorious.
Oh, wait. Are those? Whoa, what's that? What's that, Black Widow?
Brother, I'm down. You'd better be ready.
Okay.
Come on. What did you expect?
Okay, so that was exclusive clip for the show Loki. So again, as I said earlier, I don't really know anything about the show, so I was surprised to see that Owen Wilson was in here. So the TVA. So again, okay. So just as I say, I'm a fan of Marvel, but I'm not really that much of a fan that I know every facet of the Marvel universe, specifically the comics. I'm more of a fan. I'm a fan of comics, but not to a point where I know every facet of the comics. So again, so Owen Wilson was there, which surprised me. I don't know what character or who his character is. So a mention of the TVA. So okay, I think in this case, as shown in the trailer, that after Loki escaped using the space, the cube or the space stone, he was captured by the TVA. Which, for those of you who knows what that means, please leave a comment. TVA, and I think he is being tried because of his crimes, of course, against the Earth, with trying to invade Earth and so on. So I think what's being shown here is that uh, from what I see in in the clips, this is my own personal theory that Loki is somehow being somehow recruited into some sort of an agency wherein they guard the time stream, something like that, to prevent individuals from creating uh, creating uh, other timelines. That's my theory. For me, that's what I'm seeing in the clips. The clip that is being the exclusive clip that is being shown here. So he is recruited by this TVA in order to prevent others from trying to create timelines. As I said, as of course as explained in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, while time traveling, when they time travel, they don't really, if they go back in time and change something in the past, they don't really change anything in their future or in the present that they came from. What they do is they create timelines, other timelines that forks out into other realities or other possibilities. So that's how time travel was explained by the Ancient One to Professor Thor in Endgame. So I think what's happening here is that Loki, I guess, to prevent himself from being imprisoned, agreed to work with TVA in order to, I don't know, prevent other individuals from creating creating alternate timelines, because as I said earlier, this particular Loki that we are seeing in this show or stars in this show is not the Loki that was killed by Thanos in Infinity War. This is pretty much the Loki that at the end of the first Avenger movie, the one that the Avengers defeated in the first Avenger movie. So any moral or character development that Loki has or had in the Loki that we know that died in Infinity War is not doesn't have, or this Loki doesn't have those character developments or moral developments that the Loki that died in Infinity War has. So that's, and I correct me if I'm wrong, that I think they also showed what I think is the Black Widow, or Natasha Romanoff. Although they didn't really show her face, I think they only showed the back, her back, but she was sitting on something, on a I think it was a ruin of something, and I think they trying to allude that Black Widow somehow, or in this case, because it's a different timeline, that Black Widow is alive. And again, spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! In Endgame, Black Widow dies. Okay, so Black Widow, I think that was Black Widow. So for me, I don't know. This is just my theory, but I think this is more of possible time jumps or multiple timelines that excuse, Loki is traveling into. So this that's why that's where I get my theory on this is the show is about Loki trying to end or trying to prevent individuals from creating other timelines. So that's my take on this show. That's my theory on what this show is going to be. So that's my reaction. Thank you for watching, and see you again in the next video. Goodbye.